It doesn't make me tear up.
You don't know how I feel about this machine.
Don't tell me we made out of balsa wood. Don't tell me.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of Networking Habits, the podcast that shows go-getters how to make action their greatest habit. The show formerly known as Successful Solutions. If you watch a future episode with Brandon LeBoit, you will see and understand the reason I am changing the name of the show and also introducing a website, which is very exciting. Thank you, Brandon, for being a guest and for being on the show. You guys are wonderful for being here. And the show is being named Networking Habits because it is on networking and it is on habits. As you noticed with my guest, Eric, it is about connecting with people and how to create not only business connections, but lifelong friendships. And with my next guest, who is specifically talking about habits and how they work, not necessarily good or bad habits, but habits themselves. So thank you so much for listening and watching the show. It's been a real pleasure to make, and I appreciate you guys as guests and listeners. So please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and have a great rest of your day. Cheers.
It was the one that was so easy for me to install, was to make your habits easy, to put things in your life that, you know, the thing that you need to do, make it easy. And so I have this traditional home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you know, a great room, a kitchen, dining room. And I'm like, okay, I am living this, you know, middle-class American lifestyle where I have traditional furniture. And I started to really unpack, I would say undo typical American household expectation. When people come into my dining room, they expect to see a dining room table, chairs and settings. When they go into my bedroom, they expect to see bedroom furniture. And I really just scrapped the whole idea and started from scratch. And I put music everywhere. And I had my guitars everywhere. I didn't have them in the studio. My guitars are now all over my house. I have music charts because I just used any vacant wall I could. I have music charts in my bedroom. I have music notes in my living room. I have these huge sticky pads that usually you see at like a boardroom, a conference room where you're taking notes and you stick it on the wall. So I have those all over my house with song ideas, rhythm, really just created an environment where being a musician was really easy. I didn't have to leave my environment to go be a musician in my studio.
Right? 70% chance of failure. In many of these guys, 80%. And he still goes and does it every single day. And some of the best players of all time, they have failed 70% of the time. You got to have that mindset and understand that journey, that's the way it works. And I'm telling you, realistically, it really is something that you got to go to work and you got to be willing to fail and you got to be willing to go at it again and you got to be willing to fail again. It's not what you know, it's what you do with that knowledge. You got to have an accumulation of knowledge in combination with the application of that knowledge. And if you're not succeeding, you got to understand this. You simply have not acquired enough knowledge. And you simply have not put enough of that knowledge to work. It's actually so common sense, man. It really is so practical. It's simple. Go to war. By learning information is going to help you win that war.